Hey guys, what's up? This is Joseph Ponu, and in today's video I wanted to give a quick shout out about a very major lesson actually that I learned many years back in a strange way. Quite a few of my friends used to be in the business of exporting crabs from India to Japan. And this was a good business because orders were given for a recurring basis, month on month on month you had to send. The quantities were good, the profits were good, and the payment was good too. So all in all, it was a fantastic business, except that there was only one problem, and the problem was this. By the time the crabs were packed in the container in South India and sent over to Japan, quite a few of them would be dead, and some would have got crippled, one climbing over the other and stuff like that. And the remaining were maybe not too in good shape, or sort of having contracted some diseases and stuff like that. And on top of that, because so many of them were dead, it used to be raising a lot of stink. So the buyers, the Japanese, were absolutely not happy about it. And they tried it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then sent an ultimatum to the guys here. I said, hey guys, we think we are getting a raw deal, so unless you do something about this, we are going to be canceling your orders. Okay. And my friends were worried because there was a lot of money they were making and they didn't want to just give up on that like that. So a mastermind group was called, and they deliberated as to what was really happening and what could they do about it. And quickly the answer emerged that probably so many of the crabs were dying because of lack of oxygen. Because even though they were putting it in a basket kind of a container, which had a little bit of pores or holes, when they keep that into the container of the aircraft with the things around it, the oxygen supply was getting cut off, and these crabs were eventually dying or falling sick, sort of. It was a strange situation, and they said, what can we do about it? But then came the answer from one of the smart guys, and they decided to send the crabs in the same container, the large baskets, but without the lid on top. And that was an acid test, a big experiment. And guess what? When the next shipment, the crabs reached Japan, in a right royal way, without most of them, with maybe 1 or 2 casualties, so to say, but most of them in fantastic condition. And the Japanese were very thrilled, very happy about it. But then they woke up and it was time for them to be baffled. They said, come on, how come? Here comes a container with no lid, and we have never seen crabs standing still for a second, isn't it? They keep going here and there and here and there. So how come they didn't climb out and escape and go away? So they called up these guys and said, guys, what's the secret? Tell me. Did you put some Indian mantra on those crabs or what? What's the secret? They said, don't worry about it. It's just a simple technique we used, and as long as you got the crabs safe, you should be happy. They said, yeah, we are very happy, but please do tell us the secret. We need to know what really you guys did about it. I mean, what's the logic behind it? And then the guy said, if truth be told, we studied the network marketing industry, and we applied something from what we learned in the network marketing industry. And the Japanese couldn't believe it. He said, what? Are you joking? Network marketing and crabs? How do they go together? And then my friend said, look, it's very simple. We saw that network marketing industry is something where a tiny handful of people are making good money, good success. A lot of others are trying to go up the ladder, but a lot more are coming in the way and pulling them down without allowing these people, to try their best to go up the ladder. And they keep disturbing them, interfering in their things, pulling them down effectively, so that they also join their own bandwagon and they don't go up either. And we thought this is something that would happen with the crabs as well, and luckily we won. Well, friends, Not a very pleasant story, isn't it, when we think back about how we guys are in the same manner subject to situations where as we try to climb up, somebody else comes to pull us down. And this is so true, especially if you are new in network marketing, where you don't really have any credentials that can support what you're saying, and you probably don't have the answers to all the objections that are being raised. And people, rather than encouraging you, the aunts, the uncles, the neighbors, the colleagues, and so on, some of them who might have first-hand information and some of them who don't even know what the heck you're into, are so busy coming and telling you what to do, or more importantly, what not to do, and join them in being lazy and spending the time in front of the televisions or something, rather than trying and possibly succeeding in your home-based business, the MLM business, right? So I would suggest that you give this story a bit of a consideration, because it is so true. It does happen in our network marketing lives. But it is up to you to decide whether you want to be boggled down by such people who come and talk ill of the industry without knowing anything about it, without giving it a good try, or whether you look up to the opportunity, to your leaders, to the reason why you joined this, and say, hey, I know what I'm doing and I'm going to be a success regardless of what he or she comes and tells me. And with that in mind, be sure that you will find success, and I wish you all the very best. You take care, my friend.